a new consumer report investigation has found high levels of toxic heavy metals, including lead, in popular protein powders and shakes. The nonprofit tested 23 brands and found more than 2/3 contained unsafe levels of lead. We welcome registered dietitian and nutritionist Cindy Chan Phillips about what the findings mean for consumers and how to get their protein safely. Cindy, welcome. Lead in protein powders, and that sounds alarming. So how big of a health concern is this for people using these products every day?
Well, good morning, Alice. I'm so glad to be here. It is shocking, isn't it? When lead is a toxic metal that is very hard to get out of your body once it is ingested, and it can damage our nervous system and lead to infertility and even death. So the scary part about that is that, as the report referred to, protein powder and protein shakes have been such a mainstream for Americans through all different age group to help to lose weight, to help to stay satiated, satisfied, and to also to improve muscle strength as well. So it is a huge concern. But I want to add something too. A lot of people think that, well, if I need more protein, it is convenient to just scoop a couple of protein powder in my smoothie in the morning. Yes and no. Nutrition is best to be obtained from whole food because the minerals and the vitamins in whole food, like a piece of chicken, like a piece of steak, are in the right proportion, but also in a form that our body can readily absorb, much better than supplements and processed powder.
So can you give us an example of what kind of whole foods, protein whole foods, are good for everyday Americans?
Well, beans, any kind of meat, dairy, and cheeses, and also nuts. Well, I want to throw a number for people to remember. A body of research coming from University of Texas points out that it is best to aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal. So instead of hitting a certain number at the end of the day, it's more important to think about spreading it evenly throughout your 3 meals.
So if lead is not found in these natural products, which is great, but why is lead ending up in protein supplements in the first place?
That's a good question, and I'm not clear about that. It could possibly be, and it is just my personal guess, is from the processing step of the making the protein powder and making a protein shake, and also possibly from the ingredients. Now, the report also showed that plant-based protein powder contains 9 times more lead than animal protein. So I want to point this out. There is a mistake a misconception, Alice, thinking that, well, if protein is good for us, then more is better, right? And again, a body of research from University of Texas point out that if you go way more than 30 grams of protein at each meal, you really are not getting the muscle advantage. So a 12-ounce piece of steak sounds really good, but it does not give you that much advantage than a 4-ounce piece of steak, which is the size of your palm. It just gives you a lot of chewing because our body does not store protein for later use. So just aim for 30 grams of protein and aim for protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Look, if you are a toast and coffee kind of person, just add an egg and just ease yourself to high protein. If you are taking protein shake and protein powder every morning, like a lot of people that I know, just switch to whole food for half of the time, for half of the day, half of the week. That way, you're cutting down your exposure to toxic metal by 50%, and then go from there.